So, welcome to the new episode, actually, a series of episodes, Endometriosis Research Art Therapy Group. Me and Lillian, we are responsible for all that job, and I facilitate the group. And Lillian is analyzing the data, the results, the interview, the participants, and we are doing this in the Netherlands. But for this art therapy group, for this research group, we invite women from different countries because we are see the similarities among us. Doesn't matter where you live, the experience, the symptoms, the story is so similar. Women often dismissed by their doctors, they misdiagnosed, and they just want to be heard. And because of that, we decide to start that conversation and give you the opportunity to meet us, to feel
Mm-hmm.
us, our option, like our faces, voices, stories. And because this is the first episode, we decide to focus on the personal stories and the symptoms, and maybe you can recognize, maybe you think that you don't have any issues, but maybe you recognize the symptoms and you will pay more attention. Because what I advocating for, that we firstly dismissed ourselves when we don't pay attention to our pain, bleeding, different symptoms, and we also say like, oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, next week, next month, whatever. Other people is more important. My children, my husband, whatever. My work is more important. And the main thing that put yourself first, literally, to pay attention to your body. And I give now the turn to you, Lillian, to tell us about you and what we need to know about you
Mm-hmm.
and your story.
I'm Lilian, I'm 24 years old, and I'm a student of art therapy in the Netherlands. And I got diagnosed with endometriosis 1 year ago. And before that, I didn't even realize that the symptoms I had have a cause because I just thought yeah, I didn't even realize that the symptoms I had are symptoms.
Lillian, I think that many women will resonate with you because, as I heard from my clients, the women I privately, like as a therapist, you hear the real stories behind the curtain. Nobody know about
Mm.
that, even in the family, nobody know. But the women often say that my mother has the same, or all my friends has the same. I mean, pain, bleeding, headaches, migraines, different tingling, different like reaction from the body, fatigue, whatever. Even the bowel movements and like different things, which is also under the veil of taboo, shame. Oh,
Mm.
I don't want to talk about this. Like, let's talk about something optimistic. Let's don't talk about this not good stuff. Let's and this is dissociation, dismissing. Like I just don't pay attention there. So I think that this story is typical that you had some symptoms, but you never link it and never
Mm.
think that this is serious.
Yeah.
And what was the symptoms? Can you share with us?
Yes. Since I was younger, I think like 14 or something, I had my period super strong. Like I was bleeding so heavy, I was bleeding through my pants, and I always thought that it's normal to bleed this strong. And I think it's also like this taboo topic is so big because no one was talking to me that I was bleeding so strong. I just thought that it's normal, like I get my period more heavy than other people because everyone around me is like, I have my period too, so don't, it's not that bad. But I always experienced it really strongly, like having a lot of cramps. And when I grew older, there was a time when I didn't have the symptoms this strong. 4 years ago, I had my first situation, and like I was at the point of evaluation in my period, so I wasn't bleeding yet, and out of the nowhere, I was waking up in the morning and I had so bad cramps. that I almost fainted. It's like I was laying on the ground, couldn't move, and I couldn't really scream. I was like, help. My sister came, and then they called the ambulance because my parents didn't know what was happening to me. And I felt so bad. I literally thought something inside of my body is exploded or something because I had so bad cramps and I couldn't really pinpoint what is this pain. And I think when you don't know what's happening inside and you experience such a strong pain, yeah, I can also feel like the panic coming up. And when I was in the hospital, I didn't get serious. Nobody took me serious at all. Like everyone was like rolling their eyes at me and like, oh, you're gonna get your period and you get period pain. Every woman has it. It's not that bad. Like they treated me like I was a I was weak and just doing this for attention or don't really take the whole ambulance situation serious. But I felt like I was dying in my body because of the pain. And after this, my period was normal. I didn't have the bad cramps while I was on my period, but I felt like I was super scared because I didn't know what was happening to me, and they told me that I have a cyst inside of my body, but I didn't get any more informations about it, so I was just googling it, and um, the cyst go away because I changed my diet, and like a half year later, I experienced this pain again, like this super strong pain out of nowhere. I was again thinking like, oh, something is super wrong. I have to go to the hospital. This time, my mother drove me to the hospital, and I went directly to the gynecologist, and they didn't took me serious either. They was like, oh, maybe you get your period, you have a little bit of cysts. It's
They
not that
didn't
serious.
do ultrasound, they didn't do analysis. No?
Not really. They did an ultrasound and they have seen that I have a cyst, but they never once mentioned endometriosis or something like this. They just were looking inside my body and were like, you maybe you have a cyst, and I always have the feeling like I experience pain more intensively than other people. So I was just building this mindset inside of my mind that I'm just weak. I'm weaker than other person. So that's what I thought. Like my feelings for pain is more intense. That I experience pain faster or stronger than other people because my surroundings always like when you grew up. I think like the pain you experience on your period is always like was always playing down like everyone has their period. Oh, just lay down and take a drink a
Mhm.
tea or something. But I always felt like I couldn't express how much pain I'm in. Like everyone was always telling me it's just a period, but I really felt like I was dying because of the intense pain. Like I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, I was throwing up from the pain, I was like sweating like crazy, couldn't stand, couldn't move at all, just I couldn't really cry out loud because I had so much pain and just felt the tears running down my face. And after this, I didn't even think about endometriosis, but I experienced that I have other symptoms as well, where I just thought something is wrong with my body, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was. Like I was super tired. I have an intense fatigue that I was always tired. Like sometimes we're making breakfast and going on a walk with the dog, and after this, I was like, I need a nap, because like simple things always made me super tired, and also like I had intense bladder pain that when I have to go to the toilet, I
Mhm.
didn't I didn't know I have to go to the toilet because I feel like I need to pee. I just get cramps. I get super bad cramps, or I had this the most intense in the morning. Sometimes I wake up and I get cramps, and I know when I wake up in the morning I have to immediately go to the toilet to pee because otherwise I get super bad cramps. And I always thought like something is wrong, but I couldn't guess why. And I also had like every time I was eating something, I felt bloated after this, or had stomach pain. Like especially with something like when I was drinking alcohol, the next day was so bad. I had such a bad hangover, but I felt like it's a different hangover than other people have. Or when I eat a day where I have super intense sugar cravings and I eat a lot of sugar or unhealthy things, I always felt it in my womb. Like I was feeling like there's a little bit of cramps, a little bit of pain when I move. I could always feel it in my womb. I always thought like, what is it with my body? I couldn't really pinpoint it, and I always was thinking like something is wrong, but I couldn't link it to my period because the symptoms are not only in this week where you get your period. The symptoms are over the whole month or the whole year. They always come and go, and it doesn't affect only my womb; it affects my whole body. And I always experience this like cloudiness in my head sometimes. That I had phases where I couldn't really concentrate, or I always felt like there was a cloud above my brain or my thoughts that I couldn't really think straight or yeah form my thoughts in the way I want to. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this was everything of this were symptoms I experienced, and then the symptoms got worse. That I every time I had my period, I felt like I have a gastritis, and I always thought like maybe I have. I also went to the doctor and they diagnosed me with gastritis because they didn't know either that I was like super bloated. I had so bad stomach pain. I couldn't eat anything. Every time I eat something, I get so bad cramps, and I was so insane bloated that was like I really looked like I was pregnant, and my stomach was super hard. And every time something touches it, it does a lot of pain, and I have like um, migraine. I had too, like super bad pain in the head, and this goes on for a couple of months. And I always thought like maybe it is because I have drinking too much alcohol or pain medication I took didn't go well with my stomach. And then I had this intense pain on my period, and then I was going to the doctor, and she told me like, "Oh no, we couldn't do an ultrasound because it's also we can do it, but you have to pay it for yourself because we don't pay for this when you want to do an ultrasound." And I was like, that's so crazy. I go there because I have so bad pain, but you don't get taken serious at all. Like I'm a
Mm-hmm.
student and it costs like, I don't know, 40 euro. And that is a lot for a student. Like to check on my health, 40 euro, it's a lot. And I was like, I pay it. Please, please do something. Please help me. And then she said, like, I have a chocolate cyst inside my body. And a chocolate cyst means that it's a cyst and it's bleeding from the outside and from the inside, I think. And there's a cyst in the inside too, like a double cyst who's bleeding. I don't know if I said it correctly. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You don't have to pay that. This is bad. You have to go into the operation as soon as possible," because she said she couldn't see endometriosis because it's not possible to see it. But this sort of cyst actually comes when you have, most of the time, it comes when you also have endometriosis. So I scheduled an operation, and from this moment, it goes super fast. In 2 months, my operation was finished, like, and I got diagnosed like this. This got super fast, and the operation was super long. Like I was there for 6 hours or 5 hours in the operation because my endometriosis was growing on my ovaries,
Mm-hmm.
and it got stuck.
And they, during the operation, they have the opportunity to see the endometriosis and
Yes,
lesions and how, which organs involved.
exactly. Yes. Before that, they also said, yeah, we guessed you have endometriosis, but we couldn't say for sure. Then I had this operation, and yeah, they saw endometriosis in my bowel. I have endometriosis in my bowel, so I guess that's where all the stomach pain come from. I have also endometriosis around my bladder, so I get the bladder pain from it. I have endometriosis behind my uterus and in my uterus, so I have endometriosis and adenomyosis. Like I have this too. I have it inside my uterus, around my uterus. It was sticking and growing on my ovaries and growing organs together, so it was really bad. And they could not remove every endometriosis because when you have endometriosis in your uterus or in your bowel, it's yeah, you have to get a lot big operation to remove this. And so they didn't do this. So I still have endometriosis in my body, but they removed a lot of it. And after this, I changed my diet completely, like eating for 3 months to heal my body. I didn't eat anything with sugar. Like I was so strict. I didn't even eat a I only eat green apples, not red apples. I didn't eat banana. Like I was eating nothing with sugar, and eating no fat, no carbs, no alcohol, no nicotine. And so I was really strict on this. And then I had a really stressful year, and I also experienced like I also really felt like my mental health moving with my symptoms. Like when I had a periods was where I was really I don't have any stress. I feel super relaxed. I feel really connected to my body. I experience less pain and less symptoms. As now I had a year where I had a lot of stress, and like out of nowhere I experienced new symptoms. Like I had like for 2 months my breast was super swollen and hurt so much. Like even when I touch it like this, I can
Mm-hmm.
feel like it hurts so bad, and I was like, "What is this?" And I felt super tense. So, but I had a lot of stress. So with art therapy, it helped me a lot to realize, okay, this is also a cause of endometriosis. This is also the body reacting to your mind and to your feelings. It's a way of your body telling you there's something happening inside of you. So yeah, that's what these are symptoms of mine I experienced through the years of endometriosis.
Yeah, this is so remarkable that the doctors dismiss your pain and intensity.
Mm,
And this is painful to hear, even because we cannot talk about, like, I always question why the women they came into the point where they have to do hysterectomy
mm,
because it's too late, because it's growing, like
yeah.
every cycle when you experience pain and intense severe symptoms like what you described, like when I'm dying, I'm crying, I'm fainted, this is intense and this is going on, like the process is continuing in your body. And if it's again another cycle, another cycle, this the time is precious. And what and how you how you like did that ultrasound, it should be in responsibility of healthcare.
Mm-hmm,
You come to the doctor, like help me, and you insist on doing the ultrasound, and then they find out that you immediately need the surgery, the
mm-hmm,
operation. But how you can get this information if you don't do ultrasound as a checkup? Because it should
yeah.
be a part of the checkup. Because I don't want to wait 10 years when it's totally destroyed, and then they say, okay, you are dying, okay, great, I see now that like what is this? And for me it's so yeah, this is the question
Mm,
we want to place into the air, let's say. Because as long as I was diagnosed like 20 years ago in Russia, I see the huge difference.
mm-hmm,
Because in Russia, of course, a totally different healthcare system. And I see, even I discussed that with my mom, and she also experienced that that the gynecologist is more care about me than I. When
mm-hmm,
I came to gynecologist, she was like, oh my God, we have to do this analysis and this, and you should go immediately here and take these drugs and do that. And for example, my mom laughed at that because she is actually dismissing herself. She already
mm,
undergone hysterectomy and she had the endometriosis, precancerous condition, and she accept the operation only when say that the doctors say that I am like the doctor made the decision. I cannot wait. My mother agreed to wait, to avoid, to fly away, as what I described. Like, oh, let's talk about something good, this position.
mm-hmm,
Like, I don't want to think about this. And the doctor insists, say like, okay, you wait, wait, wait. No, now after you get cancer, we do operation now, and they did that. And and she said that, yeah, my doctor was much more stressed than me about my health, and this is totally different. Like here,
Yeah.
the people discussing how to manipulate, how to insist, how to force,
Mm.
how to do something to force the health practitioner to do the analysis which is needed. Otherwise, how I can get the information?
Yeah.
um and this is so like, in that situation, it's so as I feel that it's important message to the women to pay attention to everything what you described.
Yeah.
If there is an excessive bleeding, if you have that strange symptoms, not to stay still and search for anyone. Like, if around you there is no people who believes you, there is
Mm.
already a lot of communities, organizations, influencers who talk about that. Like, but you need to be proactive to
Yeah.
reach for these people, to find like-minded women, to find the practitioners, because already even in Netherlands there is a lot of practitioners who I mean the gynecologist, the GP who talk about that, who talk about perimenopause, who talk about endometriosis. At least you can listen another opinion, not to
Mm.
stick to your doctor. Like, you see one person and that's all. That's not all. In the world exists a lot of options. I mean, but what I see, what you describe now, it's super important that you describe how you start linking your mental health and your level of pain or physical condition, how they
Mm.
link. Because some women also follow this Western perspective that the physical health or uterus or reproductive system totally separated from all other reality. I mean, from other organs, or from the what I feel, what I think, what happened in my life, in my workplace, in my relationship. It's not. It's all in one. If
Yeah.
you experience stress and this heaviness, like you feel that you have a burden on your shoulders, like high responsibility, like for example, intense study,
Mm.
or the crisis in the work, or the problem with your partner or children, wherever, this heaviness, it's really your body experience like real heaviness.
Yeah.
Like, you really carry something, but this is invisible, and because of that, we when we in our therapy we draw it, we make it visible. Because
Yeah.
when it's invisible, it's so easy to undervalue and say, oh, I'm just weak. I mean, this is internalization. Like, when someone tell me I'm weak, I can agree with that or not. I can take it, this outside opinion, I can take it inside and say, yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Like, I just need to tolerate it.
Mm.
And this is the point which nobody see, and it's happened inside. And I ask you, don't do that. If someone tell you that you are too weak, you say, no, I'm not taking that. And because of that, we like, I in our research group, in our art therapy group, I made a like, as I stressed the anger, aggression, and
Mm.
how we can uh, take it aggression from the outside to inside, to use it as a protection. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm actively saying no, I know what I feel. Actually, this is a big part in a dependency, codependency. Like, this is the main point in different situation when the woman make this decision, find that stable point inside when she can say no. I will not tolerate that anymore.
Mm.
I know what I feel. and I stand on my truth. And of course, it takes courage, and we need voice, and we need hands, and we need
Mm.
activate this again invisible ability when I feel that I deserve better
Yeah,
and I
it's so
want
important.
this change
Yeah.
something. And how you feel that, like when like what I described, like how
Mm-hmm.
you protect your rhythm, your lifestyle, your opinion, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What I describe when I'm just sitting silently crying, hiding, and then I just showed up somewhere. For example, like here, you are sitting and sharing your story,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's already you going outside and you doing research, and you yeah, you protect your well-being. How you feel that your inner aggression, or you don't call it that way, like self protection, your ability to speak your truth and stand on your own ground.
With endometriosis, I always felt like super alone with it at first because I think like um, it's so important to talk about this or to make a room for it to yeah, to be aware that endometriosis is a real thing and it affects a lot of women. I think statistically it's like 1 out of 7 or 10 women have endometriosis, and this is a lot because endometriosis is such an intense um, such an intense illness because it affects the whole body and your whole mind, and you're in so much pain. Like that, it's also said that like you experience the pain like when you give birth. It's like on the same scala of pain. So I think like no one, and I think it isn't talked about enough because when I got diagnosed with endometriosis and I've told my family about it, it seems like on both sides of my family, all my aunts have endometriosis too. One even have a hysterectomy. And I was like, why does no one ever talk about it? Because when I would have known that
Mm.
endometriosis runs in my family, I would have known what's happening to me. Like I was years in disbelief of what's going on with my body, um, like what is happening to me, what are these symptoms. And when I would have known that endometriosis is a thing and it runs in my family, because it is also you give endometriosis to your child, it's possible. So I would have yeah, I would have maybe do something different. So it's super important to talk about it. And also because when you go to a doctor, it's like you can describe whatever you want. It's like just take the pill. You have pain, take the pill. Or some other symptoms. Just they always try to push the pill on you. So I think it's I really felt a lot of anger building up through the whole endometriosis process because on one side you never get taken serious, not by doctors, not by other persons. Like I was really lucky that I in my job, I was working in service, and my boss, she also had endometriosis. She didn't know that it's endometriosis what she had, but she experienced the same symptoms as me, and she understands me. When I was calling in sick last minute because I have pain, she was, yeah, it sucks because now no one has to work in the restaurant, but she understands me every time. And I think that's the point where I was really lucky. But normally you don't get taken serious when you don't go to work for period pain. And also like no one talks about it. So important topic to talk about it. And I think it's super important to share awareness about this. And with all of this unspokenness and not be taken serious, I've had a lot of anger building up. Like I could really scream out of anger. And I also did, like when I had period pain laying in bed and someone said you have to go to work or just stand up. I was my last energy I took to be angry. Like I didn't have the last energy left to hear. I just was so angry I couldn't explode, and I was screaming like, "Leave me alone! No one understands me." Because I really felt like I was going insane. Because when you have so much pain and so much anger and all your surroundings doesn't, it's like don't be so sensitive. I think like you feel like you're going insane because yeah, you have all of this build up anger. So and also I think when you have so much anger, and this feeling like no one takes me serious, you also feel super alone. You feel super alone with this and super alone with yourself. And I think that's where community helps, like meeting people or seeing that other people experience
Mm-hmm.
the same or like quite the same progress as you, have the same symptoms. And yeah, so I think it's super important
Yeah.
to share your
Uh,
story.
Yes, yes. It's important also to make it visible. I mean, we
Yeah.
have this idea to start art therapy sessions, just meetings. This is kind of sharing, but when you can show, not
Mm.
describe, tell, because the image strike us much deeper, you
Yeah.
know, because even the women with whom I work, I see how they scared by their own artworks, because even for you even like, even if you experience the pain, maybe you will be impressed by the size or intensity of colors, because when you're in the process, when you're drawing, you don't thinking, you're
Mm.
just doing something, doing. And then when you see the result, it can be huge, it can be tough. And I see that for some women, it's really challenging to see with your own eyes
Hmm.
all that what's happened, because it's really awful. And then it also can be a big part when you take yourself seriously,
Yeah.
that when you saw it with your own eyes, you cannot say that, oh, this is just some bullshit. You're like,
Hmm.
no, it's not. And show me your ender. This is actually great to have this evidence,
Hmm.
because I cannot explain in words what I feel. But when I
Yeah.
show, you get it. And this is the great idea. And maybe if someone know our therapy groups already, he can connect us. We will be happy to know, to exchange, to get the experience, to see how it goes. Because this is, I think it's so great for everyday self-regulation,
Yeah.
because this is chronic condition, that's true, and we don't talk about heal and forget. No, we start with exploration.
Yeah.
The first step is just let's feel, explore, make visible. And
Yeah.
then, and when we decide, and also for this, when I'm alone and angry, this is vicious cycle. And if anybody know how this stress, how stress and cortisol and chronic stress affect our physical reality, this is what intensify the whatever it's going on, and intensify inflammation and all that.
Hmm.
And we see that cycle, how I feel. And if I feel safe, seen, heard, and my body can a little bit relaxed, that, oh, it's fine, I'm seen, I'm heard, someone care about me, it's fine, I'm not alone, it gives our on the body level the sense, like how it's possible, like the if it's in general possible, that I'm a little bit more safe than
Yeah.
before. Let's say I'm not like totally safe, um but this is idyllic direction where my body can really relax, but a little bit more safe, a little bit more safe, a little bit more grounded, and so on. And this is the small steps which helps to improve quality of life
Hmm.
when I'm not living in the constant hell inside. It's invisible hell. And again, in art therapy, even if you feel hell inside, make it visible, it helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is the ecological natural way to unload some of these toxic burden you carry inside, like your body, like a container. Give that time to take seriously the process of drawing because it really helps you,
Yeah.
especially if you don't have the opportunity to share, to speak about that. Even the speaking and drawing, we cannot compare. This is like different languages. It's nice to speak and it's nice to draw, because when we draw we express another kind of information. It's wider, deeper, something what I cannot explain, I don't understand, I don't know, but anyway, I express it through images. Like, it works a little
Mm.
bit differently. If you never try, you just need to try. If you never try art therapy as a part of your therapy, your mental health, just try it. Art therapy is not the topic for believing. You don't need to believe in that.
Yeah.
It's a practice, the same like Buddhist meditation. It's not about believing. You just take your pillow, sit and meditate and get your inner experience. The same art therapy. You just take the stuff, start drawing, and you get this some your personal unique experience, which is not compared. The same like pain, the experience during all that practices, you cannot compare. We have
Yeah.
different minds, different nervous system. Like, yeah, for some people, maybe nice to sing, to dance, to move, whatever, not just laying down silent in isolation. And because of that, we start that conversation to little bit move you, like a move you from
Mm-hmm.
the inside. Do that inside massage and say that, okay, okay, you're not alone. We don't say that, oh, here is a heaven and this is a solution. No, we just say that there is a journey, and there is a meaning, and there is a calling, because the disease can be seen as a part of your becoming.
Mm.
During all that researching, trying, doing, connecting new people, searching for solution, you become someone new. Your identity grow, your self-awareness grow, and just see the bigger picture. It's not like a punishment from God. Of course, this is there is a deeper roots, which maybe we will talk about later, and
Mm-hmm.
we want to explore these roots during our research group to understand the roots, the similarities, what was behind me, because this is about a female lineage, the experience, childhood, about like, because my body collected all that something, and I see consequences now.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a part of your story.
Yeah.
And the big part is accept that, okay, this is my story, my body, my experience, and I stand on that, and I not allow other people to talk for me about me. Nobody can measure my pain. It's mine. And this is what I also encourage you to do, to protect
Mm.
is your territory, and be careful with whom you trust, because sometimes women, they put too much trust on the doctor they have. And I'm just tell you, check with different specialists and
Yeah.
see the whole picture. Just even like wherever, like put a question, because it's about me and I have my right to make my decision. Whatever it is, I can do my own decision. Because I
Yeah.
also actually in Netherlands, I also forced the doctor to do ultrasound, because I know the story. I work with that story, and like according to GP here in Netherlands, my ultrasound is good. I'm 41 now, and they didn't find anything. But sometimes, because I'm constantly in that topic, I like to do checkup. Maybe I miss
Mm-hmm.
something, like regularly, like to, okay, it's fine to do regularly ultrasound or other like test, blood test, whatever, ferritin, the a lot of these blood tests, just to be in a safe side. I mean,
Yeah.
not totally, like, not about healthy, but to check. Okay, like regularly check up, and this is nice. And then you can take an action in the early stage when it's needed. And yeah, for this GP, I paid to the private clinic 420.
Wow.
I don't know, 40. It's actually it's actually like whoa, nobody like no, actually the thing is that when I have these intense symptoms, I have this urgency.
Mm-hmm.
I need it now because I feel now I cannot wait 2 months. Are you
Yeah.
joking? I'm cyclical. I have one cycle, another cycle will be different symptoms.
Yeah.
Because my hormonal level is fluctuating. It's I cannot wait 2 months. And also, like, this is the question of these insurance companies and these things. And if you want to care about yourself, okay, you can pay whatever, 400 euro, no problem. We will do it today. Even not
That's
today,
insane.
like like next week, even 400 euro. It's not today. It's in 1 week. But this is the specific. And of course, this is another topic, like how financial freedom influence on our ability to protect ourselves.
Mm.
It gives much more safety, stability, and so on. And this is another topic for like for women, how to manage, how to navigate this life to be able to afford the care you need, you deserve.
Yeah, exactly. Also with supplements, you hear like you have to take a lot of
Yeah.
supplements to be healthy. Like this is super this is super expensive too. Like how can you achieve like health without all this cost that comes? Yeah.
Yeah. And acupuncture
Mm.
and traditional Chinese medicine and different the specialists, the psychologist. You
Yeah.
deserve again, not like they sign you something, but what you truly feel like you feel safe, you feel trust and all that. And this is the continuation of the becoming because at
Mm.
first I care about my body. I listened to my true voice. My disease became my guide. Because actually, during the process, we see that the endometriosis as a companion remind us about you need to rest, or you need to this, or you need to that.
Mm.
Just we actually during the art therapy process we see that the good advices comes from this
Yeah.
like I think that is my enemy, but actually he's fighting with me for my good and for my sake,
Yeah.
to stop me from doing bullshit, to get more rest, to change the direction of the life. Sometimes it's so. And yeah, this is continuation. I think in the future we will we will see how but actually this is pure connection. I feel better, I feel more grounded, I'm in control, and my other spheres of life also will flourish, will gets better. But
Mm.
everything starts from this core inside, from
Yeah.
uh from me exploring myself, my identity, and then it's like expanding outside. So Lillian, we need to end this episode, this
Mm.
beautiful episode. What you can wish or share as an inspiring ending?
I can say that with the things you said now, like I've told about my anger and um, like this experience in my body, and I can say to come to an end. In the next episode, I'm gonna go more into detail with this, but like I think experiencing a safe space where I can put my anger to, like within art, like I've made like a piece of art out of wood to experience my symptoms and my pain with endometriosis, and I have to put a lot of force into working with wood because it's like a heavy material, a strong material. So I think like having some place where you can unload your anger, like, and then you can visually see what was inside of you. It's not like you just scream it out. It's also helps, but then it goes away. But with this, I have it literally for my inner eyes, and I can see, wow, this was inside of me. Anger doesn't need to be bad. It's like super strong, then I can see, wow, I have so much power and passion inside of me to fight for myself and my body. And also yeah, with the experience, like what you said, that endometriosis is not your enemy. It's like it helped me a lot to see endometriosis also as a process, to experience it, not only me versus my body, like in a fight. It's more like how to connect myself again with my body, because I experienced this missing trust inside of myself, because I was like, my body betrayed me. How can I have endometriosis? So art therapy helped me a lot to reconnect to my body and to feel myself as a whole again, not to be disconnected between head and body. So yeah, I'm gonna go deeper into this topic in the next episode, but this is what I can say. What art therapy helped me in general, yeah, with
Mm.
endometriosis.
Yeah, that's great. It was a pleasure to talk with you,
For
and
me too.
for sure, because of that, we we work together because we resonate, and yeah, and we will be happy to hear from you your opinion or thoughts or questions for the next topics. And still, you can apply for the group to
Yeah.
participate because I'm just sending questionnaires to all the applicants. You can apply through the site and you get our questionnaire and you can potentially be in our first research art therapy group, and if
Mm.
you are ready to dedicate really to work 10 weeks doing the practices, then I'm happy, more than happy to have you be with
Yeah.
us.
And also, like we talked about how expensive all of the care for yourself is with endometriosis. So we're doing this for free. So it's not like you have to pay a lot of money to have progress. So we're doing this for you and with you. Yeah.
And this is the good opportunity, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
sincerely, this is a great opportunity. So, see you in the next episode, and thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.